Hello and welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator with me, Daddy Jokey. And today we're picking up right where we left off in the previous episode. I still have to go back to this field here and pick up my truck. And hopefully we won't have to do any cheesing today. In previous episode we got rid of most of the weeds on this field in what I think is a pretty cheesy way. We'll see if it stays that way. Actually, we can go and check to see if weeds are growing. Over here I think it says weeds large. Yep, so over here we have some large weeds, but it looks like because the weeds have already reached the largest stage, we won't get any new growth of weeds. And as you can tell, possibly by my audio today, I am recording while my kid is asleep, and therefore I am doing this sort of hoarse whisper because his wall is literally adjacent, or his bed is literally adjacent to the wall of my computer, or that's adjacent to my computer, so not an ideal situation if I want him to keep sleeping, but it is what it is. We'll just crack on with what I've got going on here. So we'll go ahead and we'll find a secure shed, probably this big red barn, to put our fertilizer into. Let's see. I think we can probably put it here in this side section, because there are many doors that we can open to get in and out of there. And so I think we're gonna put it like right over here, stack them that way using the front loader of our tractor. So let's go grab the tractor. Don't worry about the 3-point linkage sticking out the back. We'll pretend that's not a thing. Alright. And afterwards, we're gonna see what we're gonna see in terms of what jobs there are. I want to run maybe a contract, but I'm not sure which contract just yet. Here we go. I hope that I can hoist both of them, but I might lose. What do I lose? I might get my tail end lifted because it might not be heavy enough in the back. And which is the... There we go. Right mouse button to widen the fork. Let's go unclip it manually. There we go. Alright, let's see what happens. There. Got both the bags. Lift them up over the side, and then we lower them back down so that they're not as high and impacting our center of mass. And we don't flip over. Yeah. Okay, this should be good enough. Let's maybe go in cab and put it right here on the threshold between the two doors. Alright. And then we just easy does it back on out of there. Close the shed. And then I think I want to fix the pallet fork back into its kind of middle configuration. So I think that's right here on the notch. And I did notice that we have some crops that we can sell over at our greenhouse. So we're gonna go put one over there and pick those up. Then we can check on our eggs and we can see if the production of honey has restarted. I would think not, although it is springtime, so maybe. I guess we will find out. I still want to do some landscaping over here, but I was waiting for a particular mod, which by all circumstances has actually been released yesterday, I think, or earlier today. And that is a mod that adds all the ground textures that are available on the map to your to your menu when you're terraforming. I honestly can't tell you why that's not in the game by default. But it is frustrating because this gravel pattern texture doesn't actually match the original map gravel texture, and so whenever you try to like blend it in neatly, you can't really see it here, but you get like a different texture, slightly different shade of gravel. You can think of it as like the difference between cold and warm gray texture, and it's just silly. And it's been like this in previous farming simulators too, and I just don't understand how or why that's a thing. Like right over here, you can see this gravel is the original map gravel. If I added more gravel to here, it would be slightly more warm or slightly yellower, I guess, and it would stand out. And I just don't understand. But anyway, that's why we have mods to fix the game into a state that makes sense to us. So let's go and bring the new old pickup truck. As you can see, it wasn't actually horribly used. Like, we can see a bit of scuffing in the bed, which I'm totally fine with. Trying to figure out... Oh wow, I didn't know you can take the sides off. Alright, that makes that easy. Pop the sides off. Actually, this is a silly place to park. Let's back up some more. Right there. Let's go ahead. Hoist up the first, I think that's mushrooms, right? Wait, no, not mushrooms. This is a normal greenhouse. Garlic then. I forget what we're growing. Yes, this is garlic. We have a ton of garlic. Maybe even literally a ton, because I know that the pallets are 1,000 liters. But I don't know what that translates to in terms of weight. 400 kilo. Okay, definitely not a ton then. Not even half one. Alright, and our maters. There we go. Pick them up. I think we're missing a thing of lettuce, so I'm gonna go ahead and check how much lettuce we have stockpiled, and if there is a chance that it'll spawn in the next couple minutes. There we go. Let's go strap in the veg. Bam bam shazam. Now let's go and have a looky at this. Lettuce, yes, lettuce will spawn, I think, in a few hours. So in the meantime, actually let's leave the tractor over here. Let's leave both of the things running. Why not? I don't think it costs in gas when it's idling. Don't quote me on that, I don't know, but I don't think it does. Maybe we can run some kind of test and see if I just leave a vehicle idling for a year if we actually lose gas in it. But let's see what the story is on our eggs. We have 400 pieces of egg. So about, what's that, 140 kilo. Alright. Let's check on our chickens. So we want to look at this, and here we have some 6-month-old chickens and some 12-month-old chickens and some 4-month-old chickens. So let's see, when do they produce? 6-month-old chickens produce no. Chickens produce eggs, which can be sold directly. Chickens like wheat, barley, sorghum, this is a chick. Animals that are healthy and older than 6 months can reproduce. This animal has reached breeding age. Okay. So we could sell these original chickens. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sell these guys. Sell 10 chickens for 200. Wow, what a pitiful price. You know, we might just leave it alone. it may be better to have the chickens as a source of eggs rather than a source of income from meat. I was hoping to sell the chickens and always keep like 10 chickens growing so that we could keep selling chickens, but that's not gonna happen. Okay, here we have 155 kilo of honey. Okay, so I guess honey production is back in full swing. Can hear the bees buzzing around it. Yeah, so I don't know. So maybe we'll just go ahead and go do a contract or something. There's bale wrapping, there's cultivating. We can do cultivating with our own thing. And that way we would actually get 519. Or not 519, we would actually get the full price, not reduced by 519. There's weeding. There's wood transport, we're not doing another wood transport. Sowing, that's a huge field. We're not doing that. Hoeing, we're not in the business of that. Mowing, yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and do this. I also think this one is a real quick one. So I'm gonna take deadwood, accept the contract, and then I'm gonna go to the shop and I'm gonna buy a chainsaw. Because, as we learned in the previous episode, you just need to cut them. And so, I'm not going to bother bringing that in. Now I just need to figure out where the chainsaw are. There they are, chainsaws. Choices. I'm going to go with Husqvarna. Why not? Okay. Let's go take care of some deadwood for Noah. But first, we need to head over to the house and dress for the occasion. So here we are, and we want, oh, I'm not a firefighter, I don't know what that is all about. We want, I'm gonna take a guess, a reflective vest, but it is March, so it would be great if we could have like a jacket underneath. Here we go. Yeah, that's good. Let's grab this. Yeah. Pants. Are there any like construction or cut-proof pants? Not really. Okay, whatever. Then let's get a helmet. Husqvarna helmet. Bam. Hopefully I won't forget that this is what I put on, so that we're not running around in a logging helmet. It's a Volvo jacket, not exactly a lumberjack brand Volvo, I don't think. Oh, you know what? I don't know why I'm running. So here, we're gonna take the truck with us. It doesn't matter that it's got the tomatoes on it. Where is this forest? Oh, it's the same spot where we were doing deadwood earlier. I guess Noah's forest is dying quite rapidly because we just cleaned that place out earlier. Or like several months ago. Okay, so here we are. Here we are on the way, and I will see you when I'm there. Okay, so here we are, and it looks like Noah's got a whole lot of deadwood over here. So we'll just go straight into cutting it with our chainsaw. Let's go there. This is definitely how you chop a tree down, and not any other way. Alright, this guy over here looks like another deadwood tree. We'll check to make sure it's got the mark on it. Yep, it does. Now, in the future when we do deadwood trees, I think what I'm looking to do is get a wood chipper and whoop, lose my face, and just use it to make wood chips, because it was not worth the effort and the time it took to cut all the logs and transport them to the sawmill, because this wood is just trash. Let's get the mark on it. Yes, okay. Let's cut that down. Alright. And I think wood chips would probably make a lot more sense. At least until we can figure out if there's a mod that comes out or something that we can use to sell firewood. Because I think this would make for excellent firewood. It already looks dead and dry, so we wouldn't even need a lot of drying time. And I think this is a pine, so this should be a hardwood, which is energy dense, and so it burns nice and bright and hot. So it's good. It's a good kind of wood if you're looking to make nice warm fires in your fireplace or whatever. Yeah. And so next we're gonna move over. I think I should be putting the saw away when I'm not cutting, because then I'm crawling around. Slow pace. Here we go, cut that kind of as low as we can. I'm glad that part of this isn't stump removal, because that would be not great. Okay, here's another one right here. And chop. We have one over there. I think we're about 5 trees away from finishing up. So here we go. And cut. Whee. Yep, that was safe. All right, let's see. Ooh, this tree is a deadwood tree, but it is not in the marked area, I don't think, and so we shouldn't be cutting it. And this is where we have to be really careful, because otherwise it's going to cost us money rather than make us money. Because apparently if you cut the wrong tree, you get charged for it, even if it's a deadwood tree. Okay, we have a pair over there. There's one over there. Is that another? No, it's not a deadwood tree. It's just a regular pine. Let's try not to make it fall onto the road, though. Here we go. I think that's just gonna slide right onto the road. Or on my truck. I just realized. That would have been silly. Alright, another one over here. Bam. 90, so we're either 1 or 2 trees away. Let's put the saw away and go hunting for the last one. The circle does go all the way across the map over, or across the map over here, across the road. So I'm gonna go ahead and check to see if there are any over here with the red cut mark on it. How about you? Nope. Okay, well this is gonna be not ideal. So I think they're all gonna be over here then. Maybe down this way. Or maybe from here we could actually see them. We're definitely out of the area of the mission now. So yeah, so this is gonna be not that great actually. We're gonna be hunting. Ooh, there's one. Here we go. Don't know why I took the chainsaw out that early. No, this is already cut. Son of a biscuit. What is happening? Oh, this is a riot, isn't it? This is like the best TV program or YouTube program you've seen ever. Blundering through virtual woods looking for a red mark on a tree. Ah, there it is. Found it at last. It was on the very edge, right above the road on the cliff here. So that's gonna be a fun cut. Let's try to cut it so that it doesn't fall down that way. Here we go. Bam. Just like that, the contract is finished. We'll just leave Noah to deal with that. I don't know why he's paying us to cut that stuff down when he's fully capable of dealing with it by himself. But we're just gonna leave it. And then in the past, I did download a mod, actually. Let's have a looky. Not there. Where might we find forestry stuff? Wood chippers. I did download a mod. This one right here. The Vermeer. It is a smallish wood chipper. We'll set it to... What's the difference? Set it to US setup. I don't think we need a beacon. Wow, there's a lot of options for beacon. Can choose some colors, choose a license plate, but it is currently quite a bit too expensive for us, and to lease would cost more than what we would get out of it in wood chips, I think. And so we're just gonna go ahead and collect our money from Noah. That'll disappear all the trees, and we can go back to our farm to see if we have some lettuce. And then if we do, we'll go ahead and take it all probably to the farmer's market, honestly. I think with the veg, I'm not so concerned about finding the best price. Might even load the little honey and eggs that we have. Alright, here we are back on our farm. Just gonna turn in over here. Ideally, I'd like to put a gate right here, and then a gravelly path right where I'm currently driving through. But it appears that the lettuce has not yet finished cooking, so we'll go and check and see what's up with that. Just a few lettuces away, so I'm gonna speed up the time real quick. I think it should spawn pretty quickly here. There we go. Now we can pick up our lettuce and drive the full spread of our veg away. And lower. And here we go. I wonder if I can actually fit it in the front. I should be able to, but you never know with the physics in this game, if it'll let you do what you think you're trying to accomplish. So yeah, so I like this a lot better than our previous pickup truck as far as driving all of these pallets around, because even though I didn't do the best stacking job I might have in terms of like how tightly packed it is in the back, I think we could do a better job. It is definitely, it makes a lot more sense than the haphazard way that I had to stack them in the other one. Because the wheels, the back wheels on the pickup truck, and that's I think my problem with pickup trucks in real life as well, is if you need to haul stuff, the pickup truck doesn't really help you all that much, because the wheel wells in the back take a lot of the volume of the space away from being usable. Okay, let's put eggs up in there as well. Don't you know that's how eggs are packed normally? With a tractor on a pallet. A very small farm does it like this. Okay, let's go strap it down. There. And I'll take this back to the farm, and then we'll figure out where we're taking all our goodies. As yet an exciting map. I think the problem with the chickens is going to be we're never really going to get a full pallet load, because they will never produce enough, because there's only 30 of them. Yeah, so I think if we wanted like a mass egg factory, we'd need substantially more chickens than 30. Oops. There we go. Ditch the front loader. Park up the tractor. Tractor looks like it could use a wash. Close up all the doors. Then we'll just hop on to here. I'm gonna quickly drive back to the house and change out of these wood cutting clothes. Yeah, we've got only like 403 eggs. Just still a lot of eggs if we were selling them. These days the price of an egg is what, like $5 for a dozen. Alright, let's take the hat off. Let's put on some kind of normal jacket rather than the high-vis thing. Yeah, let's do this one. Choose a color. Check that out. That is nice. Alright, confirm that. That's some Red Dead Redemption looking stuff right there. Alright, hopping in the car. And let's look at the pricing. So we're not selling eggs to Goldcrest Valley, that's just not happening. Canning factory, restaurant, small farmer's kiosk. Okay, so let's actually go and look at it over here, because that just gives us the best prices, and that's not always quite indicative of what we're looking for. So we need tomatoes. Best price is small farmer's kiosk for $9.52. Second best, it's $30, $20. I don't know how many dollars. Not too many to worry about. Let's go to what is the next one? Lettuce. Best price for lettuce, $8.25 here. Okay, so we would get more at the farmer's market. And we didn't bring any honey, so we don't have to worry about that. Eggs. Best price is $5.05, $5.42, $5.65. So right here, Goldcrest Valley, second best would be $5.33 at restaurant. No, $5.36 at small farmer kiosk. So that would be here at our own place. So that's silly. We've loaded it up onto a truck, but I think I'm just gonna drive it over here to my small kiosk and sell it out of there. I mean, I guess we would still have loaded it up onto a pickup truck if we needed to move it from there to here. Alright. Unlatch and 5,000 in produce. Perfect. So I think the lettuce is really where we're making the big bucks. But I don't like the idea of just using greenhouse full of lettuce as a kind of a crutch. But yeah, so as I said before, I downloaded a mod that added all of the textures to the game, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at it. Sculpting, painting. So here we have all the different asphalt, dusty asphalt, concrete dirt, concrete gravel, concrete pebbles. And so you can see that we have substantially more at our disposal now than we did before. Right, and that's gonna make building a farm a lot nicer. I don't know why I'm struggling with the panning right now, but let's not worry about it. This is what I was talking about. This is the gravel that we have in the game this kind of yellowish texture, or yellowish, yeah, it is a bit more yellow. And so now we also have this original concrete pebbles, which is basically like when concrete is destroyed by driving over it all the time. But yeah, there. I think next I want to get more greenhouses, because that seems to be a very cheap way of going about making money. Either that or finding more farmland. But as you can see, we only have $41,000, and even the small fields, because of the way the plots are like bordered out, we're not just buying this small field, we're buying this whole chunk of what I assume is going to be useless land around it. Yeah, so we would have this whole hill all the way up, I think, to the behind this tree. We'd have a shed on it as well, for whatever reason, right? And so I don't need to pay $100,000 or whatever it was. Yeah, $140,000 for a hill and a shed. I just want the field. And so that's not really speaking to me right now. I know there are a few fields that are both small and without the extra like land around it. This one, for instance, is pretty small, but it is 86,000. There are smaller ones still. I think there's this one, which is 41,000, but that's so far away from our farm that I don't actually want that at all. There are these guys right here. We can visit there real quick. As you can see, this is pretty much prepared for you to buy one field at a time and then plow them together to make one long field. Maybe we could do that in the future. Let's see. 70,000 or 80,000, 66,000, 63,000. Yeah. So the problem with these is, again, they're pretty far from our farm. But we do have a bridge right here that we can take, and then what essentially amounts to a highway right here. But I could swear I saw one that cost about 45,000 or 49,000 maybe. Where are you, you cheeky sneaky field? Oh, this one right here? No. That one? No. Already clicked on that one. There, that's the one. Farmland 14 is about 48,000. As you can see, it is kind of sloping and it is basically encroaching in the town. So eventually this would start getting really valuable as this town starts growing. So it might be a good investment to get this property while we can. Ooh, what's this? Wanna bet that we'll find a collectible in here? Sniff around. So I guess I should probably have this open for when I run into the collectible. Ooh, I'm surprised we haven't. But yeah, so this, from this shed it leads down to that shed. Ooh, is that the collectible? It is, isn't it? Let's jump up there. Okay. Or no. Let's see. There's a ladder we can take. Let's do it. Floop. And then sneak in there this way. And we should be able to see... collect the collectible. There we go. Yeah, we can... oh, it comes up because of the mod. So we can find this thing. And that gives us 10 grand. That's pretty good. I don't like doing the collectibles, it seems a bit cheesy, but I can kind of see if somebody was putting together a museum of old-timey farming machinery or whatever, that they would actually pay pretty decent money for it. So now we have 51,000. Fun times, and spoiler alert, now you know where one collectible is. Yeah. So that's kind of what's what. If we look at the calendar, at the planting calendar, now is a good time to start planting a bunch of different things. So if we wanted to do, if we wanted to buy a field, now would probably be a good time. Although, given what I'm looking at over here, I'm not really sure that I want to plant any of this. Cotton sounds like fun. I haven't ever really done cotton in Farming Simulator, but it does require a giant harvester and a whole specialized set of equipment, so I don't really like the idea of doing cotton. Same with grapes. Grass would be nice, but we don't currently have any cows, so I don't find that super important. Oats, I think of all the things that are currently plantable, oats are the only thing that makes sense. Otherwise, everything else requires specialized equipment. Olives, same thing as grapes, right? Parsnips aren't ready. Peas have a special harvester, I'm pretty sure. Potatoes are a pain in the butt without having the big harvester. Same with all of this other stuff. Sunflowers are one option that might work. If we go into our machines or into the shop and we take a look at the harvesters, this is the harvester that we have. Can it harvest? Yeah, so it can harvest sunflowers, but it doesn't look like the header that comes with it. Like that's so weird. Normally, or previously in Farming Simulator, the Capello, where is it? This one, it would fit on all the combines, but I guess our dodgy old one doesn't, so we can't really use any of that. We could plant the oats, like I said. If we look at prices for oats, oat, it's about the same what we get for like barley and wheat. Actually, no, it's not. Look at that. Oat prices are wild. Okay, that might actually not be too bad. We might be able to get our money back for that. So yeah, so we have 51,000. I keep hitting the wrong button. I don't know what to do anymore. If we bought this field, that's 49,000. We'd be left with nothing. But we could spend more money even and plant oats. I think maybe, let's go back to the farm. I think maybe I'm gonna not do that and instead expand the farm on location with more greenhouses. And we can pop in another, or we could do something new. We could get mushrooms, right? What do mushrooms need? Mushrooms just need water and then they grow. And this is a big warehouse though, or greenhouse rather. So I don't know. Yeah. Well, if anybody watches this before I do the next episode, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what I should do, or what you think I should do. I don't think Arkansas is necessarily a big, like this particular location in Arkansas would be a particularly big market for specialty mushrooms. And the people who are in the market for mushrooms would just go pick them in the woods. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another one of these. But I want to figure out how to get it in there. I wish we could edit which side of the building the collection point is, because I would like to basically make it this way. So that I have like an aisle right there in between where I can just back up with the tanker and fill up the things with water, rather than having basically an aisle and then need to have another aisle on the other side, if that makes sense. But this would be, I think, the closest we could probably make it. I think we should turn on snapping. Yep, that'll give us that. And then turn on free placement mode. Or maybe not. Yeah, so I think right here is where I would build it. That or right over here, but then I would need to actually put the warehouse this way, or greenhouse, not warehouse. And it would make, without a forklift, it would make picking the stuff up really problematic. But yeah, anyway, enough rambling. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Yeah, bye.